Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blob. This is Blob, and today I'm going to show you some of the most cursed images I could find on our favorite website, Reddit. So we're gonna be looking at some carefully pursued cursed images, and I, your local cryptid, am going to rate them on a scale from 1 to 5 on how cursed they are. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I have found the most cursed car image that I have ever seen in my life. So stick around to the end to see a cursed car. Um, but with that being said, let's get right into it and let's take a look at the first post. Okay, great. So we have ink splatter all over the office with a very, very broken printer, and they're not wrong, it looks like a crime scene, but it, it was the poor printer that met its end, I guess. As far as cursed goes, I incredibly cursed local cryptid. Um, really does not see this as that cursed. I mean, it's just like typical human office behavior, in my opinion. So I'm gonna give it a. Mm, this one's a little bit difficult because it is definitely by definition cursed, but I would not say it's like the most cursed thing. So I think I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 as far as cursedness goes. Um, but as far as oh my gosh, that poor printer. Probably 5 out of 5. That thing is definitely broken. It exploded everywhere. Okay, so now we have a what they on the Reddit like to call a classical cursed image. It looks to be of an eel, but I have never seen an eel this large in my life. But granted, I don't go out of my way to look for eels because they're just like a little scary. And as much as I love a good creature, I don't like a scary creature. Um, and this particular one, terrifies me a little bit. So I'm going to say it is 5 out of 5 cursed. I have no more thought. I want to get this image off of my screen and stop looking at it. Thank you. Oh, hey, look, it's a cursed penguin. Now that is a little creature that I like. I think that penguin is a cute little guy. Now, I think that it's a little scary and it's definitely cursed. But it's but unlike the eel, you see, I just feel like he's showing off his personality. I feel like that's my spirit animal actually. In the sense that he's like a little funky. Like, what's he up to? What's going on? Like, I feel like those are the questions that people ask about me, your local cryptid. So I feel a slight kingship to this penguin. So at this time, I'm going to say that his curse rating is going to be a 3 out of 5 for cursed. Because he's just a little guy, a little creature, but he is like definitely cursed. So like, there's just something wrong with that, ain't it? You know? Oh, here we go. A cursed well. No, I've lived in very many places in my lifetime, and this reminds me very much of a location in which your local cryptid would have lived several years ago. I have become a little bit more human-like in the sense that I now tend to reside in basements in like actual houses and condo complexes apparently now. But I do like a good cursed location, a good cursed well. I think that this is a peak habitat for myself. Um, and other little gremlins that like to run around in the woods. It's definitely cursed. They met the assignment. It is definitely cursed. So, but I don't believe it can be 5 out of 5. For cursed. Because it's just too pretty. Like I want if it's going to be cursed, I want it to be just like I want to feel haunted, and I don't feel like this is haunted in any way. I just feel like this is a habitat for a little creature such as myself. So, I would say that this is 4 out of 5 on the curseness level. First investigation. Well, uh, that that just uh that just kind of looks like my father in his human form, in which in his friends in human form, just like at the barbecue. Um, the image itself is definitely cursed, but this just looks like a family barbecue to me. So, uh, uh I think it could only be 2 out of 5 on the cursive scale. Because it's throwing me back. Oh, and trust me, later this week we're gonna get the full throwback. So if you want to see the full throwback, maybe leave a like, leave a subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you can see the throwback. But anyway, let's get on with it. Oh, I love me a little theme park. Um, this image is definitely cursed. It looks like one of those like old school none of those images of those like old like Soviet kind of theme parks. That's definitely the vibe of this. I do not know where they keep getting all these images uh my uh of my friends and family. But it seems that they have captured us in our human forms and have decided to put us on Reddit. And I don't know how I feel about that. I will get back to you on that. But as far as cursed goes, the rating for me is that is definitely very, very cursed. I would say that this is a 5 out of 5 on the cursedness scale, and um, I feel like I could also like smell the rust on that thing, and I don't appreciate that. So, no, thank you. Cursed statue. No, this was one of my first homes that I can remember. But I don't remember the statue being there. Guess it must have slipped my mind. Or did it? Maybe I don't want to remember. But anyway, I would say that this image is pretty cursed, but it's definitely not as cursed as the last one. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 on the cursedness level. Oh, I love this one. This one, it's definitely cursed, but it's also giving post that I would have put an obnoxious quote over when I was like 12 and still using the human website Tumblr. Because I thought I was the coolest little dude on the planet. I was most definitely not the coolest little dude on the planet, but I guess a little cryptid could dream. But it's definitely cursed. But it's also giving Tumblr posts. So I think I could only give it a 2 out of 5 on the curses scale because uh, a little 12-year-old cryptid would have definitely put an obnoxiously fake deep quote over this, and I would have posted as a Tumblr, and it's just throwing me back, and not in the way that I want to. So I'm gonna leave that well enough alone now. The cursed mater? Um, I kind of agree with them. It's more blurred than cursed. Um, I'm just not getting the same energy that I got from the rest of the photos. Um, it's definitely an interesting photo, and I definitely feel drawn to it as the local cryptid. But I just don't think it's all that cursed. I think, sadly, this one is only going to get a 1 out of 5 on the cursive scale. I think this is better off in blurred images. But I do like it, and it's definitely giving an energy. Oh my god, this is the most cursed horror image I have ever seen in my life. I mean, there's something about the dogs and the glowing eyes and the fact that the dog looks like it's driving and, like, is the car moving? That is the biggest question. There does not look to be a single thing in that car that knows how to drive. The eyes, they're glowing, and this is just like probably the most cursed thing that we have seen today. I think that I can't even rate this on a scale from 1 to 5. I think I need to rate this one on a scale from 1 to 10 because oh my gosh, this thing is so cursed. It is going to be a 10 out of 5. Uh, because I've never seen something more crazy in my life. I I genuinely think that this is the most crazy, insane, cursed horror image that I have ever seen. So yeah, that's 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 a cursed car. I love that. Okay, well, with those cursed images, arguably overreacted to. I think I'm gonna head out for now. Have a good day, or don't. I don't know you. I don't know your life. Uh, and maybe leave a subscribe. Before I, your little cryptid, just put away into the mist. Um, yeah. Bye.